What's up, guys? We're going to go through one of our stable moves here. It's called the monkey hang, and we're going to get some good grip work. We're going to start opening up the chest, the rib cage, the lats, and we're going to start getting those shoulders ready for some overhead mobility. So Chris is going to get into we're going to start off with 2 sticks, and Chris is going to get into just a nice hip width stance here, and he's going to reach his hands up. So Chris, how tall are you?
About 5'8".
5'8", so he's using the 6-footers here. So what he's going to do is he's going to anchor the sticks into the ground, nice and safe here. They're going to be a little bit wider than hip width. And now he's going to sit down until he feels like he's hanging. So right now he's comfortable, he can breathe. We're opening up all the tissues on the anterior chain here, opening up the lats. So instead of just passively hanging, what I want him to do now is start to activate. Create some strength, create some tension in this whole line here, so we're not just loose. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay, so once you get comfortable with this, the next progression is to start adding rotation. So Chris is going to do really small rotations to the right and to the left. Okay, so now we're going to get deeper into that lat, more into the rib cage. Being in this position slowly strengthens the legs. Okay, that's good right there. Okay, so the next step, we want to increase the difficulty of this. We're going to start to take away stability. So Chris is going to go ahead and stand up for a second. He's going to step his left leg forward and pull his right leg back. And his right leg is going to be nice and straight. Let's take that heel, point it out just a little bit to the right, to your other right. There you go. Okay, so the base of the sticks, they're going to be anchored. So we're going to take his left hand. It's going to be right in line with his ankle. Okay, the right one is going to be right in line with the ankle and just outside his right hip. So from here, his legs have to work a little more. This is closer to a single leg stance. And now on this time, so whatever leg is back, you're going to get a deeper stretch through this anterior line here. Okay, so same thing. What I want you to do is go ahead and drive down. Create some strength. So when we pull down, we're going to pull down for about 6 to 10 seconds. Okay, relax. Okay, we're going to do 2 more reps. So go ahead and pull down for me. So now if you look at his hands here, we can change the position of his hands. So if he rolls out this way, we can open up a little bit more. If he turns his hands in, we get a little more lat. So depending on the orientation of your hand, close them in, you get more lat, open them up, you get a little bit more in the chest. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, just like when we're in the feet together stance, we're going to start rotating. So go ahead and rotate to the right and left for me. Nice big split. So we'll do 3 to 5 reps, get comfortable. Okay, relax, go ahead and stand up for a second, take a little break. So the next progression from here is to start getting into a lunge. So now we're really going to challenge the legs. So go ahead and switch legs for me. And we're going to bend that back knee so it's just hovering off the ground. So same progressions as standing and the high split. Chris is going to start out, we're just going to get comfortable, pulling straight down. Nice, make sure you're breathing. So it feels pretty good there. So now let's start the rotations. Good. You guys see he's getting a nice hip flexor stretch here. Some quad, rib cage, obliques. As he goes to one side, over here, when he comes this way, he's getting his chest and this oblique line. When he goes the other way, so switch this way. There we go. Rotates here as we're getting this whole lat all the way down into that hip. Okay, go ahead and come up and relax for me. Thanks. Okay, so the next progression here is to go to a single stick. So if we do the single stick, we're going to go through that same thing. Okay, so we'll start off. This time we're not going to start off from standing. We're just going to go directly to that split stance. So go to that high split for me. You can pull your right leg back. Okay, so when we start off here, we need more stability. So Chris is going to take his left hand and place it on the middle of the stick. So as your grip gets stronger, we can go to one hand, but we're going to start off with two. So from here, he looks pretty good. Make sure you're driving the stick into the ground. Lock everything in. And now go ahead and start rotations. So with a single stick, we can increase that range just a little bit more. There's less stability, so we're challenging the system a lot more. So now go ahead and take your left hand off and start the rotations. How's that grip feeling?
Good.
Feeling pretty challenged?
Starting to feel it, yeah.
All right, go ahead and take a break, relax. And that is our monkey hang progression.